Hey peeps, it's Mella Ubedoble and welcome. So, today's topic is titled How to Make an Album. So basically, how to get a piece of cardboard to go from looking like this to looking like this. How did we get all these things in here? Well, I have a very nice tutorial for y'all on how to make this thing. If you guys want to see the whole process, then stay tuned and do not go anywhere. But before we get to this, please use this opportunity to subscribe to my channel. Do not forget to turn on those notifications and hit the like button for this video. For starters, you need to put on your apron. And then you need to get your workstation ready. Pack out all your paints, your paint brushes, your palette, and also a little bucket where you will be putting some water in, where you will be rinsing all your paint brushes in when you're done using it. The first color we'll be using is deep red. The next color we'll be using is titanium white. Using your palette knife, apply a generous amount of your deep red onto your palette. Next, add your titanium white to your deep red onto your palette. And now, use your palette knife and mix the two colors together. Now you can start painting on your piece of cardboard. Try to paint thick so that you don't see the texture of the cardboard. Do not paint the entire front side of the cardboard. Leave a little space open. I will show you all later on why that is very important. Be sure to clean your brushes in the water after you use them. Wait for your paint to get completely dry on your cardboard, and once you get to that, then grab hold of some masking tape. Pull a long string of masking tape and put it onto your apron before you put it onto your cardboard. Reason behind this is because we do not want the paint to rip off from the cardboard, so we need to weaken the masking tape a bit for that. So just practicing some caution over here. Take the masking tape from your apron and put it in a straight line onto your cardboard. Make sure that some of the masking tape is placed onto the pink paint, because we need to get everything to be straight and professional, so we need to manipulate the process, if you get what I'm saying. The next color that we will be using is Prussian blue. Using your palette knife, put a significant amount of the Prussian blue onto your palette. You can start painting onto your cardboard, and do not be afraid to paint a little bit on the masking tape. It's not permanent and it's not going to ruin anything. Also paint the back side of your cardboard. As soon as the front side of your cardboard is dry, you can start slowly by peeling off the masking tape. Do not forget to clean your brush in the water after you finish using it. Get a pencil and just simply start drawing out the letters onto the paper. This is simply the title of your album, so you could decide on whether you want it to be someone's name or just a word or words. It's totally up to you. Once you've finished with that, you can start cutting them out individually. We will be using crafting glue to paste the letters onto the cardboard. Simply squeeze some of the crafting glue onto a piece of paper and rub it onto the back of the first letter. Press the glued letter gently onto your cardboard until it is in the position you want it to be. Repeat the same process with all of your other letters. So the outside of the album is complete, and now we need to focus on the inside of the album. Moving on to the papers. Just for the sake of order, place all your papers neatly on top of each other. Fold your first paper into half and then get a punch and match the arrow of your punch with the line of your fold, and then start punching the paper. Get all your papers punched. Draw a soft line in the middle of your paper, as well as vertically next to the punched parts. You need to have the measurements of your photos beforehand so that you can measure it about 1 centimeter bigger than the dimensions onto your paper. And in that way, you can also determine where exactly you want to position your photos onto the paper. Once you have finished doing all the math and all the measuring and plotting all your blocks, you can start covering your paper with a piece of plastic. Use your plastic as a transparency, place a ruler on top of it, and start plotting your penciled blocks onto the plastic with a permanent marker.
You are now listening to the hottest.
Start cutting out your blocks that you have plotted on the plastic. Place your newly cut plastic blocks onto the paper where they are positioned as penciled blocks. And now simply cover the two sides and the bottom side of your plastics with sellotape. Finished doing that, erase all the extra pencil marks on the paper. Do this with every single page that you have according to the amount of photos that you will be using for your album. Once you have finished with that, place all your papers on top of each other and put them inside of the cardboard. Get a knife or any sharp object and start measuring where exactly you want to make cuts through the cardboard that matches where you have punched your paper. Do the same for the other hole. And now you can take your papers out from inside your cardboard. Get some pins that you would normally use for needlework. You all know those ones with the buds on top of them? Simply take one and put it into one of the holes that you've carved with your knife and press it in so that it could make an incision into the cardboard underneath. Do the same with the opposite hole. Once you're done with that, get your knife and make the holes even bigger on the bottom cardboard. Get yourself some pretty ribbons of any color, of any texture. Honestly, it is up to you. I haven't measured my ribbons beforehand, so they are of a very random size and they're uneven. But if you want any exact size, it is very safe if you could measure your ribbons 60 centimeters each. You can finally start by putting one of the ribbons into the holes that you've carved. Do the same with the other ribbon and the other hole. And now grab hold of one of your papers and put the ribbons through the punched holes in the paper. Do this with every paper individually. Do not try to thread them in groups because this could harm your punched holes and we wouldn't want that. So let us just play it safe and have patience doing it one page at a time. And now we can put the ribbon threads through the back side of the cardboard. Satisfied with how it looks, you could start cutting the ribbon pieces equally and shorter. And now you can start tying the ribbon pieces together. Be sure to tie them as tightly as you possibly can. Get all your photos and start putting them into your album, and then your album will be complete.
Producer KM Beats Production.
So that was it. I honestly hope you all enjoyed this tutorial and I hope you all got caught up some tips as well. It's a pretty simple process, it just takes time. Okay, so little announcement for y'all. I will be making these for people, custom made, if you guys want an album. If you stay in Bloemfontein, then do contact me if you want an album. I'd be glad to make one for you. Okay, spread the word if you can and tell more people about this. Okay, I honestly wouldn't mind. It's one of my passions, making crafty things. So hit me up if y'all want me to make an album for y'all. Okay, but until then, that was it. I honestly hope that y'all will have a good day and y'all will enjoy yourselves, and thank you for watching. If you guys want any information on my social media, you will catch it at the end of this video. But until then, I will see y'all in the next video. Toots.